Hello and welcome to Cultural Apologists React for today, September 9th, 2024. This is an AI-generated podcast and can make mistakes. Use it for generating possible ideas, but don't rely on it as an authoritative guide to the day's news or to the details of cultural apologetics. Story: Liz Cheney calls Donald Trump an unrecoverable catastrophe and urges fellow Republicans to vote for Kamala Harris instead of writing in a third option. She reaffirmed her endorsement of Harris, citing the need to prevent Trump's re-election due to the threat he poses. Cheney hopes to rebuild the Republican Party after the election. Her stance is in contrast with other Republicans who have stopped short of endorsing Trump, but haven't supported Harris. The former Vice President Dick Cheney also announced plans to vote for Harris, rebuking his own party over Trump's attempts to overturn the 2020 election. Kamala Harris expressed gratitude for the Cheneys' endorsement, praising their decision to put country above party. So how might we think about this story from the standpoint of cultural apologetics? In The Presence of the Kingdom, Jacques Ellul argues that Christians must engage critically with the world around them while maintaining their unique identity. This concept is particularly relevant when examining the recent decision of Liz Cheney to endorse Kamala Harris over Donald Trump. As we delve into this story, it's crucial to consider how Ellul's ideas on power structures and Christian ethics inform our understanding of political choices in a polarized society. The power of party loyalty. Ellul famously argued that modern societies are characterized by technological bluffs, systems that present themselves as solutions to problems, but ultimately serve to maintain existing power structures. In the context of American politics, we can see how party loyalty often becomes just such a bluff. Republicans who have stopped short of endorsing Trump but haven't supported Harris are caught in this trap, prioritizing their political affiliation over moral considerations. Cheney's courageous critique by labeling Trump an unrecoverable catastrophe, Liz Cheney demonstrates a willingness to challenge the status quo within her own party. This aligns with Ellul's call for Christians to be in, but not of, the world. As Ellul writes in The Subversion of Christianity, to subvert is not to destroy or to negate, but rather to turn upside down, to overthrow. Cheney's actions can be seen as an attempt to subvert the current political order by prioritizing moral integrity over party loyalty. Rebuilding the Republican Party. Cheney's hope to rebuild the Republican Party after the election reflects Ellul's emphasis on the need for constant reform and critique within societal structures. In The Ethics of Freedom, Ellul argues that true freedom can only be achieved through continuous questioning of existing power structures. By challenging her own party, Cheney is practicing this form of ethical critique. Parental influence. It's noteworthy that both Liz Cheney and her father, Dick Cheney, have come out against Trump. This intergenerational resistance to authoritarian tendencies aligns with Ellul's view on the importance of family in shaping moral values. In The Search for an Adequate God, Ellul emphasizes the role of families as spaces where alternative value systems can be cultivated, potentially leading to broader societal change. A Christian perspective on political power. Ellul consistently argued that power structures in modern societies are inherently corrupting and that true followers of Jesus Christ must maintain a critical distance from these structures. Liz Cheney's actions, despite being a politician herself, reflect this perspective by prioritizing moral integrity over the trappings of political power. In conclusion, through the lens of Jacques Ellul's work, we can see how the story of Liz Cheney's endorsement of Kamala Harris represents a complex interplay between political reality and Christian ethics. It highlights the ongoing tension between party loyalty and moral responsibility in politics, a struggle that lies at the heart of Ellul's critique of modern power structures. Thank you for listening to today's episode of Cultural Apologists React. Be sure to come back tomorrow for a new take on the day's news from the standpoint of Christian cultural apologetics.